Alright, so this is for our first 3D model for Onshape. So today basically this is a model that we're going to use some of the features but not all of the different features on Onshape. I'm going to show you a couple of the ones that I use frequently, but obviously up here on the toolbar there's a lot of different things you can use. And the one thing that's really nice about this is if you just take your mouse and hover over it, it'll tell you exactly what it does. And if you hold it long enough, it'll tell you. Like right here for a fillet, it creates a constant, variable, partial, or asymmetric edge fillets or create full round fillets. Specify measurement type and control type, okay? It also tells you for a chamfer, it gives you the definition there. You can even go all the way over here. This is how you create a hole. So this is some of the different things you can do. So hopefully you've opened up to a new project here on Onshape and you're ready to start making your object. The first thing I kind of do, and this is just kind of helps me, is there's a lot going on this screen right here. There's all the different orthographic views, which we talked about in Lab 7. So I actually try to get rid of those and try and just use the top of the work plane. Okay, so over here on the sides, if you would like, you don't have to do this, but I would recommend it as you get started. There's these little eyeballs next to the different sides that you can see. So if you press the eyeball, you can hide it. I'm also going to hide the right one. So all I see right now is the top. The other one is the origin, which is this, okay? So right now I'm just going to leave the top so that I know what's going on, okay? So the first thing I want to do is, and I want you to follow along with me on your screen, okay? Because you're going to submit the exact same thing as I do, and I'm going to grade it with a rubric that hopefully with you have the same dimensions and shapes, etc. that I do on my screen, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is go over to the top screen and click Create New Sketch, okay? So then I need to select a sketch plane. Okay, so I'm going to click the origin one. Okay, now I've created a sketch plane. All right, over here, and you can delete them as well. I actually already had a sketch plane already made, so I'm actually going to delete that one. And so I'm going to click this as my first sketch plane because it's already on my top. Okay, so I'm going to make a sketch. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. And I'm going to create a new sketch. Click the top. And then up here comes all these different shapes that I can make, okay? So right now I'm going to do a corner rectangle. And I'm going to draw it out just like this, okay? So I created my rectangle, okay? And I can click enter, okay? I can make this thing I can make this any size I want, okay? So that's not what I'm worried about right now. So I'm just going to click this green check mark that basically says I'm good to go. There's my shape, okay? Now the next thing I want to do is I want to extrude the shape. Okay, so up here, there's a button right here called extrude, and that's going to make it three-dimensional. Okay, and boom, once I click that, it pops up. Okay, so the one thing is you can make your depth any length, or you can take this arrow and move it up, and you see it right there. It makes the depth a certain way. Okay, I'm going to make mine 1.5 inches. 0.5, and I'm going to click enter, and boom, it makes it that length. So once I do that, I'm going to click the green check that says I did it. Boom, there's my shape. Okay, now there's a couple other features we're going to try as well. The first one, like I talked about before, is the fillet feature. So I'm going to click fillet. Okay, and this is going to go to an edge. So when you go over to your shape, you can go and click a bunch of different little highlighted things. I'm going to click this one, and it's going to round out that corner. Okay, now it can create a different radius, okay, which is how big I want my rounding out to be. Okay, so, you know, going up like this, or if you want a specific shape like I do, I want 0.75, and I'm going to click enter, and it does it for me. Okay, once I do that, I'm good to go, and I'm going to click my check mark. Okay, so there you go. Now you have your fillet and its rounded edge. On the other side, I'm going to use the chamfer feature. Okay, and that's going to create a straight line instead of a rounded edge. So I'm going to click that, go over to my edge right here, and click it. Okay, it'll make it a straight, almost diagonal line down. Right now it shows my distance as 1 inch. So I'm going to then make it the same as the other side, 0.75. Type that from my keyboard. Click enter on my keyboard. Boom. I'm done, so I'm going to click the green check mark, and boom, there you go. Okay. The next feature I'm going to do is the shell. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click basically a face to remove. Okay, I'm going to click that face, and it hollows out the inside of my shape. Okay, it tells me right now what my shell thickness is. I can even move it back and forth just like this, or it's a preview and after this feature. Okay, so right now it's 1/10 of an inch. So I'm going to make it 0.3, and boom, it's done. I'm going to click my check mark, and now you can see as I rotate this of what this looks like all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to change the entire color of this entire shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my left mouse button over off to the side, like where my mouse is. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to create this so that the entire thing is engulfed in this like highlighted shape. Okay, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to right click on the shape, and then I'll come down here and it says edit appearance, and that's where I can change my color. And so I'll change it to this teal color right here. Click the green check, and I'm done. Okay, so from here on out, you will then submit this to Canvas just like this. Remember, you can check Onshape Bellwork number 2. That's the video that shows how to submit things to Canvas from Onshape. So from here, you can go ahead and submit this if everything's good, and then move on to the next work.